Okay, all praise Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Yahushai, Wa-Ya-Chaa-Ya, Boker Tov. All right, Gadal, Yawam, great day. Barak Yawam, day. All right, so we're broadcasting live, all right, right here, and we're about to go into this next week. Also, I want to make sure that everybody has we broadcast from Facebook? Not yet, but will it be from Facebook? Okay, Thwada. So we're going to be posting Zaquan Paraza, his Facebook that he'll be broadcasting from. All right, so with that being said, this week's Torah portion, we're starting with the book of Wa-Ya-Chaa-Ya, Genesis chapter 27, going through 50, through chapter 50. Do you know what verse we're stopping at?
Chapter 50, verse 26.
Stop at chapter 50, stopping at verse 26. Hey, shalom to the Mashpachah, to the families that's already joining. Hey, listen, I understand that everybody's starting to log in. If you can, start sending this out ASAP. You know, we want to start getting the families prepared to begin to participate in the Shabbat Torah portion reading. If you're of the house of Wa-Ya-Chaa-Ya and you're already on and watching, please let the rest of the members of the house of Wa-Ya-Chaa-Ya to let them know that we're starting the official Torah portion reading. Okay, so I am going to post. I am going to post the Facebook. Oh no! All right, I'm going to post the Facebook for Zaquan Parazah, so everybody can make sure that they're in on that. All right. So while we wait, all right, while it's being brought forth, all right, it gives everybody time to go and do what you need to do. All right, go and grab you a sandwich. You know, make sure that you got your Torahs open. All right. If you need to, you can share this. All right. We do know that not everybody has the ability to be able to read the Torah publicly to their families, or you might be in a situation too where you just can't read it for yourself. But that's why you have ministers. All right. You have ministers and family members, even young elders that stand before me. And I love calling these brothers. They behind the camera, so I can't see them right now. But, you know, believe that you brothers see them in the future, man. But you have ministers that'll be able to help, that'll be able to teach. All right. So you're not in this walk alone. Okay. And everybody that can, please do. All right. We encourage you. All right. Not only keep the Shabbat, but teach others that's in your community, your local communities, to keep the Shabbat. All right. So we're going to get started with this week's Torah portion pretty soon. Until then, I guess I'm just going to roll up my sleeves and freestyle it. All right. I want to freestyle for the Shabbat. No freestylers, no Shabbat. No. No. Okay. No, just kidding. All right. So you all have time. I'm going to wait for the family members to come in. All right. Hey, Shabbat Shalom, Aliyah Shabbat. I see you on here. Shabbat Shalom. I see you've been practicing and studying the Torah early. So that's a blessing. You know, the scriptures tell us we should seek wisdom. If we seek her early, we'll find her. All right. What did King Solomon do? When King Solomon went to go seek wisdom. When King Solomon was given the charge of his father, you know, he went and sought wisdom. Okay. So let me grab this real quick. I'm going to go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7. Aliyah Shabbat. If you got your notes, if you have anything that you want to bring out, you got my permission to do so. You can share, okay, on here on live. Also, Aliyah Shabbat, take this live and then forward it. Make sure that you tell your household that it's time to log into YouTube, to put the TVs on YouTube, all right? Every bedroom, phones, all that stuff, all right? And then for the city gates of those that's keeping the Shabbat in Dayton, Ohio, if you're keeping the Shabbat in the city gates of Dayton, Ohio, we do have an address, and we do have a local Israelite community and school to where the Shabbat is being kept at, all right? So nobody's being left out, okay? So this week's Torah portion, we're starting with the book of Wa-Ya-Chaa-Ya, Genesis chapter 47. So we're going to read Genesis chapter 47 through starting at verse 28 through chapter 50, stopping at verse 26. So Genesis Wa-Ya-Chaa-Ya, chapter 47, starting at verse 28 through chapter 50, stopping at verse 26. All right. All right. So if everybody's been being caught up, if everybody's been studying, then what you would have seen, Shalom Zaquan Parazah. Hallelujah. Welcome to our YouTube. Everybody. Yeah. There you go to bad. All right. So Shalom Zaquan. Oh, yeah. Don't leave me hanging on live, brother. All right. All right. So for the Haftarah, we have 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 1 through verse 12. All right. So we have for the beginning, Genesis chapter 47, starting at verse 28 through chapter 50, stopping at verse 26. The Haftarah, Parash.
No, I'm talking out loud.
The Haftarah, 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 1 through verse 12. All right. And then ending off this week's Torah portion reading with the gospel, John chapter 13, verse 1 through verse 19. All right. So we know that the local schools and committees and camps, you got all the breakdowns, worlds in the worlds, but that's not what we want. We don't want all the breakdowns in the world. What we want is the law, statutes, commandments. We want the prophecies, and we want the gospels to be spoken. All right. As the scriptures tell us, the laws of Wa-Ya-Chaa-Ya was spoken in every one. And all praise Yahweh. All right. So for those that's watching on the Facebook, on the YouTube, and if you're watching, if you're part of the House of Wa-Ya-Chaa-Ya, make sure you send this message out to other family members that are in the House of Wa-Ya-Chaa-Ya so they can start watching live on YouTube also. All right. So again, if you're in the city gates of Dayton, Ohio, please contact Joshua Isaacs. All right. You can contact Joshua Isaac and city gates of Dayton, Ohio, just as in every city.
Yeah, and also like Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Also, if you associated with Ohio, or send us a direct message, send us some type of correspondence to let us know that you want us to announce where you are and who you are and what time you're going to start going into the Torah portion, right? Because in every city, Moses is supposed to have them there read him every Shabbat day. So let us know where you are, what city you in, and we're going to try to be more proactive in getting this information from you also, because we have Dayton, Columbus, Cincinnati, Memphis, Memphis, different cities in Tennessee, different cities in Kentucky, cities in California. All right. So we have different cities in India. Okay. We have cities in different countries where the Torah is being read on the Shabbat day as part of fulfilling Leviticus chapter 23, verses 1 through 3, to have a holy convocation on the Shabbat day. All right.
That's
So
right.
Hit us up. Let us know where you are, who you are, and who you are and where you are, and about your Shabbat meeting. Also, there's a Shabbat preview that takes place on the first day of the week, in which we review that Torah portion for the week. And then we have another class on so-called Thursday. All right, I was doing the same thing this morning. What I'm trying to do, though, with that Janus, man, is I'm trying to figure out Janus. I know who he is in the I forget the name, though. In the everything goes back to Sumeria and Babylon. But we can take from Sumeria and Babylon, and then get it back to me, hold it for it, and then get a who the Canaanites worship him as. Then we can go into first Kings chapter 11 and see which one of them are associated with Chemosh or Ashtaroth or the false deities that Solomon was worshiping. So we can show the people like y'all following the same so-and-so name that our fathers followed when they went off.
Right.
Janus didn't just pop out of nowhere.
Right.
But he was a minion god. He was a messenger in the Sumerian mythology. He was a messenger of the top god. And he went by names like Usmu and Isimus. He went by those types of names. And then the Greeks or the Romans adopted him as Janus. But if you look in the old Akkadian mythologies, you see a god there coming before the creator god, who was called Ea, also the false demon that they were worshiping as a god.
Right, right. You
see him with two faces, just like Janus. Same thing, but it's just way more ancient than the Romans. It precedes the Romans by almost 1,500 years.
Nothing new under the sun.
Nothing new under the sun. Right. So once we try to get that research out there, man, and people will see it like, yeah, this is this old demon being resurfaced and worshipped every time. Right. Beginning of doors and endings and stuff like that.
Hallelujah. So y'all stay tuned for that information, as the elders of Wa-Ya-Chaa-Ya bring that out, so we can help our nation, we can help our people, to come up out of this pagan worship that we're doing. Some of our family members, our parents, etc., are still involved in these things. But remember, Yahweh Shai said that we are the light. A city that's set on a hill, cannot be hid. All right. So once you get this information, you are responsible for teaching and for sharing it. All right, so you all stay tuned. This is the official government of Israel, Wa-Ya-Chaa-Ya, the children of Israel, Wa-Ya-Chaa-Ya, edification. All right, so this week's Torah portion, absolutely, Prince, absolutely. So for everybody that's watching on Facebook, please make sure you go to Oliver Grove on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you go to Oliver Groves. All right.
What's up? Parazah.
Oh, is it Parazah?
Parazah Yasha-Allah Ban, son of Oliver Grove. Yeah, but you go. Okay, you're not doing it on your page then.
All right. Parazah Yasha-Allah. What's next on it? I'm just typing in for the YouTube.
Yasha-Allah, without the H on the end. Bond, then space bond.
Oh, space bond?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The word bond and I body out his son.
I think it's is it Oliver Senior? What is the page right there?
So yeah. Hey, Shalom, Amathi, Hawashmalata, Rashwan, Shalom, Aliyah Shabai, Shalom. It's a blessed to see the Mashpachah. All right, hallelujah. All right, so I'm going to put this link in right here. And Rashwan, I need you to do something for me. You're a wonderful administrator. What I need you to do is go and get Zaquan Parazah and Zaquan Shara. Go and get both of their Facebooks. And I want you to put their links on here. So for those that come back and watch these videos, you can copy and paste them and you can put them on here. And then you all can have access to these two elders that have been ministering within Yasha-Allah. I won't give the number of years, but longer than a lot of us have. All right? A lot of us are still babies in this truth and this walk. So the Most High has given us nurses. He's given us mothers, elders. All right. So please go and get the Facebooks and then post them on here. And then the family members that's watching on YouTube, shalom to all you family members on YouTube.
We're good with that.
All right. Make sure y'all share this, okay? I need to get 1,000 subscribers so I can go Facebook Live on YouTube Live on my phone. I can't go YouTube Live on my phone because I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet. I was like, yo, what you mean I can't go YouTube Live? Right now I'm in Facebook jail. So since I'm in Facebook jail, I can't use my phone on YouTube, all right? And I can't carry this laptop with me. So y'all help to get these views up, help to get the subscribers up. All right, so we can, hey, shalom. Okay, hallelujah. Okay, Amayan, Mina, Shalom Makwaf. All right, Dawada for being a part of the ministry. Hallelujah. So y'all help get these views and numbers up so I can start doing a YouTube Live from my phone, because when I'm traveling, I can show y'all so much more from YouTube. I be in Facebook jail all the time, like in real life, right?
Good.
All right, so Shabbat Shalom, Second Ribs and Yeladi Maftak are currently in class, so we will join in when we are able. Okay, hallelujah. All right, count all praise. All right.
Hallelujah.
All right. Let me give a salute to all the second ribs out there, man. This ministry can't work without you all, man. Greatly appreciate to all the second, third, fourth, fifth ribs, that are being ministers, to the children and to the families, man. We love you as a nation, man. We appreciate you all. Right.
Israel, right? The Torah portion is Vayechi, encompassing Genesis chapter 47, verse 28 to Genesis chapter 50, verse 26. The Haftarah is 1 Kings 2, verses 1 through 12. And the Besorah is St. John chapter 13, verse 1 through 19. All right. The first section will be, or the first Aliyah, which means rising. All right. So we rise to read each of these 7 sections. The first section will be Genesis of Wa-Ya-Chaa-Ya, chapter 49, verse 28 through chapter 48. Genesis 48, Wa-Ya-Chaa-Ya 48, Bereshit 48, verse 9. As an overview of this portion, we see Yaakov is approaching his last days on earth. And Yaakov blesses the children of Wa-Ya-Chaa-Ya, Ephraim, which is the Puerto Rico, and Manasseh, who is Cuba. The blessing is laid on the 12 tribes of Yasha-Allah. All right. And as well as the charge of burying Jacob with his fourth, Joseph forgives his brothers for selling him into slavery. And Joseph sees his last days are approaching also, that he's about to die. Only she said he's about to die. He gives instructions on how he's to be buried, and he tells the people that Yahweh is going to deliver them out of the land of Matazar, Egypt. Is that like a bubble? What's that? Like it's a different.
Oh man, bubble lens. Oh, I saw it's set in on me. Let me see.
Isn't this maybe it's the background, the black background?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Joseph forgives his brothers for selling them in slavery, and Joseph sees that he's about to die. Everybody listening? Joseph sees that he's about to die, and then he gives instructions on what they are to do with his bodies and his bones. Background, right? They have a big, humongous funeral procession for Jacob Yaakov going into the land of Canaan. And then the book of Genesis series, I guess. The tribe of Gad has a story of Wa-Ya-Chaa-Ya, Amadia Nani Shaman, Wa-Ya-Chaa-Ya, N-A-N-I, movement and mound, where we also I-Y-A. You look at it right now, it's composed of two pure, the way that we wrote it once we got to Mississippi. So it relates to Joseph. Told about Ephraim and Manasseh. Manasseh, all right. Is it the water? All right, so Genesis, yeah, we got that over there. Genesis, so 48. I'm sorry, 47:28.
Everybody that's watching on YouTube with us, we're streaming live on StreamYard, but also on YouTube. So if you watch on StreamYard on that one, then you should be able to see the Torah portion reading on the screen. All right.
Okay. This will nudge me or something if you need to give any more. If you need technical, making any more technical statements about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So we could pause for a minute.
Okay. So again, while we're getting things together and we're starting to read, if you're watching on YouTube, you should be able to see this on StreamYard. If you're seeing any complications, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it on this YouTube. Okay. So you're going to have to come back in. It looks like the two StreamYards are interacting with each other. So salute to everybody. If you can, connection here, and shalom. Okay, Father, thank you for everybody. Be patient, okay? Shalom.